All right, so we just got done with current events. Colin did a great job. Chase Monday, so we'll get it done. Okay, now we're moving on to the bell ringer. Here you go. So describe the presidencies of Teddy Roosevelt, President McKinley. There you go. So in your response, describe what political party they're from and describe some interesting facts about them. What did they do? What's some important things that they did as president? Okay. So those of you at home, please, please, please follow this. I'd like you to post your bell ringers right here. So topics, bell ringers, takes you right to it. And turn it in right here. So 914, 918, turn it in. I'll give you credit for it. For those of you in here, I'll just come around and check them. Same as normal. Okay, that's where you're going to go. So you're going to go to classwork, bell ringers, post it right in here, 914, 918. You can post your doc, Google Doc. You can post a picture, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then back to the bell ringer. There you go. So this one should be what, 4 or 5 for this week? 4. 5. 5 for this week. Look at that, 5 points. No bag today, Haley. No bag. You really have your bag.
You look good today, brother.
What's that?
You look good today.
Thanks. Thanks, man. Freaking me out, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I was just trying to be nice.
I'd say the same. I'm just kidding. Like your hairdo. Character and building relationships.
Right? I can hook you up with my barber. And I can get you this fade.
No.
Why not?
Get a haircut here in a couple weeks.
Where did you go?
I just go up here in town.
Oh, it's good. So long.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, to be honest. You guys remember Chastity Campbell? She cuts my hair. She graduated around the same year as I did.
We had a mullet.
Mullet?
Yeah, we're going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
My guy's name's
Till they
LT.
grow out. LT.
LT.
All right, last bell ringer for the week. How did scrimmage go yesterday, Haley? You score any goals? You save any from going in the goal? What's that? I couldn't hear you.
I'm not back there, so no.
Oh, okay.
Blue sport.
6'2". Like smoke.
Yeah, you guys are
Well,
good.
it was
More
JV.
states.
They combined JV universities, so it was mainly JV.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We know what states, I'm sure. I'm not saying our school. What am I thinking? I forgot. How does that work? Like, if they were to win states, if we got a banner?
Heck yeah. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Not sure.
Probably like a week-long party.
No, already.
Or like this year, when we beat Southern Columbia and win states in wrestling. Just want to get that banner.
That'd be sweet.
This is our year.
Heck yeah.
We have Peyton returning.
Peyton. Yep. What's up, Chase?
What are the chances of getting on that I'm sorry, I'm having a rough day. So
You are, buddy. You are.
woke up late to the gym this morning.
I heard.
Shaw's on top of it.
I'm joking. Yeah, we all have those days, you know. Is it totally dead?
What?
Is it totally dead?
I think so. Yeah.
Man. All right, yeah. You guys need more time? We good? We go over it? All right, so let's go over this. Describe the presidencies of Teddy Roosevelt and President McKinley. Let's start off with McKinley, just because he came before Teddy Roosevelt. So President McKinley, interesting facts here. What did he do? What about the biggest thing he's known for as a president? Don't you dare say he got assassinated either.
You got what?
You got assassinated. Don't say that just yet. Rooster, go ahead, man. Oh, you got it. You got it. Good job. So, American expansion, right? American imperialism. Okay, we're going to talk about that next chapter. I know I'm going backtracking a little bit, but it's just to build up to World War I. So, the expansion of the United States. So, imperializing areas in the Caribbean islands, okay, all the way out to the Pacific Islands, as the United States is going to war with Spain. And what doctrine were we trying to follow with that again? Chase, go ahead. Oh, yeah. You're on the right track now, man.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
It'll warm up a little bit.
Yep. There you go. So the Monroe Doctrine, okay, try to eliminate these European countries out of the Western Hemisphere. If the United States is the sole superior power in the Western Hemisphere, we won't have to worry about any issues or conflicts or maybe get involved in war. Does that last very long now? No, we'll be in war here soon. Okay. So with that, President McKinley, his claim to fame is the Spanish-American War and how we're expanding our imperialistic goals and assets. Okay, so we'll claim the Philippines way out close to Australia. Okay, we'll claim Cuba, Puerto Rico, right? These islands in the Caribbean Sea, right below Florida. Okay, and we're setting up military bases. We're extracting resources to fuel our economy. All right. So what happened to McKinley then?
He got assassinated.
He got assassinated by Leon.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Schlogs, I guess we can say it. Okay. So after he gets assassinated, who comes in as president? It's up there on the board. Teddy Roosevelt, right? Okay. Good job. Teddy Roosevelt. So Teddy Roosevelt, he comes in as the youngest president, 42 years old. And right away, he's trying to push what kind of movement? What era that we just talked about? The progressive era, right? Yeah, good job. Progressive era. So he wants to try to do what? What was his deal, Cole? Chris? What shape? What shape? The blank deal. SpongeBob's a what?
Square deal.
Yeah, good job. Square deal. Hint. I like the hints.
I was about to say Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah, he's a Robin Hood president. Yep, good job. He's a Robin Hood president. So he pushed out the square deal, which was what? What did that aim to do? What did that aim to do? Jakari?
Make big monopolies smaller
Okay.
and give poor people the same rights as rich people.
So he's making an equal opportunity for everybody, right? Okay, remember the poker game. Remember the poker game, right? Okay. So with that, what were the 3 C's of his square deal? What's the first one? Rooster? Yep, control corporations, right? Control corporations. All right, and then what's the next one? Chris?
Conservation.
Okay, conservation, yep. So he wants to try to protect the wildlife and natural beauty of America. And Chase.
Consumer protection.
Whoa, consumer protection. Good job. Man, he's 2 for 3 now. I guess he'd be 2 for 4. Yeah, 2 for 4. 2 for 4. Yeah, it's getting better.
Batting 500.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, so is there any questions on Teddy Roosevelt and President McKinley? We go with those 2 guys. All right, remember, progressive presidents. Oh, what political party are they from?
Republican.
Republican. Good job. And this is continuing the long string of Republican presidents. All right, here we go. Moving on now. Taft and Wilson. A couple slides. That's it. Oh, Teddy Roosevelt, I forgot. One of my favorite things about him. Medal of Honor and Nobel Peace Prize. What a guy. What a guy. All right, next president we want to talk about. Progressive president. Look at that. Another Republican. Wow, another Republican. But this is where the line ends. This is where the line ends. Okay? So President Taft, 27th President of the United States, he was really kind of shaped by Teddy Roosevelt. Okay, Teddy Roosevelt really planned him to continue his legacy as this progressive president, trying to create equality in the United States. But at the same time, expanding the United States as a superior power in the world. Right? He wanted to try to imperialize areas into in parts of the Western Hemisphere to expand America's influence, sphere of influence. That's going to be a term next chapter that you'll need to know. Okay. So he's a lawyer and a public official, William Taft. This guy's the biggest man ever in office. Heavy, husky man.
How much you become president?
How much do you weigh? 330 pounds, 40 pounds. Big dude. He had sumo matches in the White House. I'm just kidding. Maybe he did. Who knows? All right. So, again, he was pretty much just trained by Teddy Roosevelt. Roosevelt tried to push him in the right direction as president. And Roosevelt just said, you know what? I'm kind of done with this right now. It's taken a lot out of me. I'm going to go hunt in Africa. All right? And that's what he did. That's what he did. So he went to go try to preserve lands, not only in the United States, but even in parts of Africa, which we'll talk about next chapter, this scramble for Africa. All these European countries are going there, trying to extract resources and take over land. And it's to a point where something needs to be done. And that's why Roosevelt thought, well, this is the best bet here. We got to try to preserve some lands and wildlife in these areas, not only in the U.S., but the rest of the world. So he tried to train Taft to take his role, which will later cause some conflict here. He didn't do such a good job at that. So his political career, he was, the biggest thing, governor of the Philippines. What's up, Angel?
Go back.
Go back.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Again.
Yep. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, you can.
Oh, okay, that was quick.
I'm listening to the last
I got you. So he's the governor of the Philippines up until 1904. And the real reason of that is because Teddy Roosevelt, once McKinley was assassinated, right, we had a lot of control in the Philippines, which is, I'll show you real quick. All the way over here. Ooh, the United States has a territory all the way over here in the Pacific Ocean, close to Indonesia, close to China, right, and close to Japan. Why do we want to try to have that land? What's the reason for that?
Army.
Military base, yep, good job. And to try to oversee some of these areas in the Asian countries, right? So we want to make sure that we can keep an eye on China, keep an eye on Indonesia, Japan, and mostly trade, right? Trade. Okay, that's the biggest thing. So Teddy Roosevelt sent his right-hand man, Taft, to the Philippines to govern the island, make sure it's safe, make sure that they control a military base after the Spanish-American War, and to try to set up trade with these countries right in here. Eventually be the Secretary of War, 1904 to 1908, building up into World War I. Okay, the United States wouldn't join until 1917 now. And after his presidency, which is pretty cool, he's a Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. I believe he's the only president to do that. Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. So after his presidency, he went into the judicial side of politics, which is very unique. How that really happens. Got that, Rooster? Jordan? You guys good? Can I move on here, Angel? No? All right, sorry, Brittany. But as you can see, Roosevelt's really setting and really trying to train Taft to take over. Okay, he's like, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to try to establish throughout the world with our military bases, our trade, especially with these Asian countries, right? We want to have full control of the Pacific Islands, okay, all the way out until we get to these Asian countries. Right? We need to set the framework of our sphere of influence in these areas. Not only there, but the Caribbean islands, these Latin American countries here in Central America. When we talk about Panama, okay, Colombia, the United States is really trying to control this Western Hemisphere all the way up until these Asian countries. You good, Angel?
Yeah, I have a picture.
Okay. Brittany, good? Okay. All right, so elected to one term as president. Oh, look who he defeated again. William Jennings Bryan. William Jennings Bryan lost again. That's the third time he's going to lose as president, and he kind of gives up after that. He's 0 for 3, almost what Chase was today. I'm just kidding. Till he hit a double there and home run at the end. So eventually he'll run again in 1912 against Woodrow Wilson and then Teddy Roosevelt. And this is what's going to be known as one of the biggest elections of American history. Because Taft was the Republican Party candidate and Roosevelt created a bull moose party, a third party. This split up the vote for the Republican Party, pushing a Democratic president. If that wouldn't have happened, I would think that the Republican Party would still control office up until World War I. But who knows what would have happened? Who knows? Poor William Jennings Bryan, 0 for 3. 0 for 3. All right, some interesting facts now about Taft. There you go. So he's the first president to have an automobile in office. That's pretty cool. Driving around.
On the Civic.
On Civic, yeah, do you believe it? Said, you know what, this Japanese car, I'm going to have one of these. No, he didn't have a Honda Civic. He didn't have a Honda Civic. So he made a tradition to throw the first pitch out in baseball at the start of the season. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Who did it this year? Fauci, I think. He totally missed. I threw it right in the ground. Like he was spiking a football after he scored. Man. Taft weighed 332 pounds. Big old boy. Husky. And he got stuck in the bathtub. Can you imagine that? Getting stuck in the bathtub. Help! Help! Get the butter, please.
Captain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'd be embarrassing.
I wonder who helps him out.
I don't know. I won't want to be that guy.
I don't know.
Probably. Probably had to smash the bathtub and get him out that way. Don't cut yourself.
Watch the glass.
Oh, he had to break the whole bathtub.
That's what I would think. I don't know. I don't know what they do.
Took a crane in there.
Or they just said, here, hold on. Hold on. We're going to push you down the steps. And once you hit the bottom, it's going to smash the bathtub. It's going to be a roller coaster ride here in the White House.
How are they gonna get to the steps though?
What's that?
How are they gonna get to the steps? Pretty heavy move.
Just push it. Push. No, he had a cow in the White House, so he's the last president to have a cow in the White House. So that's how they did it. Hooked it up to the cow. And just This just goes to show the industrialization, okay? And that's why I put that interesting fact about the cow. It's just how America's transitioning to this industrial economy. You don't really see any types of wildlife or livestock in these bigger cities anymore, especially the White House here, right? Down in Washington, D.C. All right, we good with that? Last president. Here we go. Last one. Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson. The volleyball in Castaway. Tom Hanks' friend. No, I'm just kidding. You guys ever see that movie? Are you serious, Chris? Oh, man.
What's it called?
Castaway?
Oh, really?
You have to check it
I'm
out.
too busy watching Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. I just watched the last episode.
Oh, really?
Oh boy. Getting crazy. There's a big fight in the school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the school.
Cobra Kai. The big fight in the school. The last episode, remember?
Yep. Yeah, you do what you want. I would make sure you start doing it.
Oh my God.
You had to go around and tell them there was like 5 of you.
Okay.
And then we just had a meeting with his parent and the kid.
Okay.
That was the biggest gripe. Realize that people are not. It's not what he says.
So
I guess Jared had the shit. Shit.
Okay.
So just give me a heads up.
All right, nice.
Because I'm your buddy.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. All right, so nickname schoolmaster in politics. Okay, so he was a school teacher, a public official, and this is the first time we see a Democrat really in office since the end of the Civil War. Since the end of the Civil War. So this is a transition, I guess you could say. And he will be the president during World War I. Guys, good? Yes, no? Does anybody need more time? Okay. Oh, sorry, Haley. Good. All right. Woodrow Wilson, political career. He's a governor of New Jersey, sorry. Governor of New Jersey, so he had a strong political backing. Elected 2 terms as president because of his time building up to World War I. He was spreading imperialistic efforts down in Mexico, all right, to try to control some of these, try to inspire capitalism and different types of industries to find a way in Mexico. Okay, he thought if we can try to push our industrial society on these Central American countries, we'll be able to have trading partners right next door. Okay, right next door. And that's a way to try to use our resources to help benefit their economy. Having a stronger economy, almost like Mexico will be our little brother in a way, as a business venture. That didn't work out too well, just because Mexico had a long string of corrupt leadership, and it was constantly being changed and overthrown. In 1912, like I said, probably one of the biggest elections in American history. He defeated Teddy Roosevelt, who was previously president, and then President Taft, who was president just before him. Okay, so he defeated 2 presidents in this election to win. But realistically, the only way that happens because these 2 men, Teddy Roosevelt and Taft, were Republican Party candidates, which split the vote, which allowed Wilson to be pushed into office. Last slide here. That's it then. You guys good?
Yes, sir.
Only president buried in Washington, D.C. Okay, he was the first president to receive over 9 million votes. Okay. And he was the one that led the United States through the Great War. And after World War I, the United States will be seen as a world power. And these European countries would have to rely on the U.S. for trade and to build and reconstruction of pretty much the continent after World War I. This would be something that will spring us into the 1920s, the roaring 20s of prosperous times. And finally, he's famous for his 14 points. Okay, the 14 points was a way of peace for these European countries. He tried to establish a League of Nations. And League of Nations was pretty much a assembly for all the countries in Europe to get together and try to dispute and discuss certain situations before war would happen. But guess what country didn't join? What's that?
Europe, country.
What country didn't join?
German Russia.
No.
China.
Who created it? Woodrow Wilson, right? Or is he what president? What country is he president
United
for?
States.
United States. Yeah, it's 3 for 5 now. He's over half. Okay, the U.S.
Coming up.
Congress said no deal on that. We're not joining. Okay, we are not joining, and we're going to stay out of these worldly conflicts. And if the United States maybe would have joined, who knows? World War II may not have happened, but we all know that this League of Nations, it didn't really work out the way we all wanted it to. Because we had World War II, right? We had World War II. So Woodrow Wilson's probably sitting there, tried to help everybody out here. All right, is there any questions on that, guys? I know I flew through it pretty quick, but I want to talk about those progressive presidents before we move on and talk about emerging world powers in World War I. Okay, well, I'm going to post a study guide, which I think it did already. And, oh, I do have a video. Never mind. I do have a video first. Or do you guys just rather work on the study guide? All right, I'll post the video up on Google Classroom for you guys so you can look at it however you want. And then you guys can also, if you want to, watch the video on your own. You can work on the study guide now, okay? Test is going to be Tuesday. We'll have a review on Monday. Use your notes to help you. I like you to work on it now. You have some time.
Can I do it on paper and then take pictures of it?
What's up?
Can I do it on a piece of paper and then take a picture of it and send it that way? All right.
Your study guide?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. What's up, Haley? Oh yeah, the bell ringers. Thank you. I almost forgot. Let me check those. Okay, just let me stop this meeting here. So again, those of you at home, submit your bell ringers. You go to bell ringers right here. Okay, just submit that for me, please.
Really checking this week's or?
I'm gonna check this week's. Yep.
So,
What about last week's?
I'll just check this week's.
Is the iPad turn yet?
I don't know. It might be. Let me check.
you know,
What's up?
can you go over the reclamation, act again?
National Reclamation Act.
It's like reclaim.
Yeah. So the National Reclamation